So the thing is that the modern world is the chronic illness. Hello, traveler. It is a very rainy, overcast, beautiful spring day here on the mountain, and I am loving everything about it. There is something specific about early spring when the leaves just open up on the trees and everything is budding. I'm just one of those people that is in awe of little things like this. So I don't know if anyone else notices this, but when it rains, it's like the leaves are glowing and everything is this light, bright shade of green. It looks so fresh. It's like new love, or a newborn baby just really wakes up all my senses, and I love it. It also washes away a lot of the pollen, which I appreciate, because that has been coated on absolutely everything for the last week. Do you see the size of this? My broth is definitely going in this mug. In the last video, you guys may have seen I was making some fresh vanilla. It's vanilla making season, so that it'll be ready for the fall. And if you want to give it as gifts later this year, I have a whole blog post on how to make it, usage, storing extra vanilla beans, all of that good stuff. So I will leave the link for you if you want to learn how to make your own vanilla extract. It's super easy, saves you a lot of money, and it's delicious. I'll leave that for you in the description box. There's a quiet exhaustion that many are carrying, one that doesn't go away with a nap. It's the weight of living in survival mode for far too long. And I know that weight because I carried it too. You might not call it survival mode out loud, you might just call it life. Always behind, always tired, always anxious, feeling like your body is betraying you, when in reality, it's begging you to finally feel safe. I want to remind you that we were never meant to live like this. The design of our nervous system is sacred, created by God to protect you. Two beautiful systems working in tandem. We have our sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight, the system that activates when we face danger, need to run, act, or protect, and our parasympathetic nervous system. It's our rest and digest, our mode of repair, restoration, and healing, where our body can breathe deep again and peace lives. In a healthy world, we shift between the two with ease, from action to recovery, movement to stillness. But what happens when the system gets stuck? When the software glitches? What happens when the body never receives the signal that the danger's over? In today's world, honestly, it seems like the danger never stops. The news cycle, the doom scrolling, the performance culture. We were never meant to be available 24/7, and yet that's what we are in the modern world. We're flooded with tragedy, comparison, noise, and no margin to process any of it. You were never meant to carry the entire world in your pocket. You were never meant to know everything all the time, and your body knows it, and that's why it's sounding the alarm. You might feel your heart racing, digestion's off, your eye is twitching, your sleep is disrupted, even your emotions being unpredictable. It's not random, friend. It's your body saying, I'm stuck in survival, and I don't know how to get out. In Matthew 11:28, it says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." It is insane to me how much everything has changed just in the last few days. I think that's one of my favorite things about this time of year. The leaves have all opened up in the trees, the azalea bush has bloomed, the clover has begun to sprout here on the hill. And this weather is absolutely incredible. There are pros and cons for sure about living amongst the trees, having so many trees around your house, but hands down the biggest pro is how many birds we get. And when we sit out here in the morning in the spring and you close your eyes, it sounds like we live in a bird sanctuary, and it's one of my favorite things. I'll insert a clip here that I took with my phone of James doing my 6-minute morning reset, and the bird sounds this morning were incredible. One of the practices that I started doing for my nervous system was the 6-minute reset in the morning, and it's getting morning light on your face and listening to bird sounds for 6 minutes, and it helps to reset your nervous system first thing in the day. Now, if you don't live in a place where there's lots of bird sounds, you can simply sit by a sunny window and play some beautiful, soothing bird sounds. There's tons of them on YouTube, and just close your eyes and set your little timer for 5 to 6 minutes. And it is just such a fabulous part of the nervous system reset. If you guys are new here or you don't know, I had severe nervous system dysfunction, just the constant twitching eye, the vibrating in my body. I was always in fight or flight mode, and my body was completely stuck there. And so that is a blue jay. Done a huge overhaul in the last few years on my health, overcoming multiple chronic illnesses, but also overcoming the nervous system dysregulation and dysfunction. What I have learned about bird sounds and how they interact with not only the human nervous system, but also just the world around us, how they interact with the plants and just the frequency of their bird songs, it is incredible. It's such a testament of our Creator and how He wove everything together so intricately, and how He designed things to heal us. We're just creating an environment where we're trying to attract as many birds as possible. We're just in that bird watching phase of life, and it's a good phase. We have the bird bath. I have to reset this whole part of the garden, and James puts out peanuts in the morning for the blue jays and the cardinals. And then we have our bird feed, which is kind of like the central hub of our little bird sanctuary we're trying to create. The birds love that. They love that perch. We get so many types of birds, especially this time of year, and that is definitely a fan favorite of the birds. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to get one for my parents. They both have a birthday coming up, and Mother's and Father's Day. But the solar panel on the bird feed has kept it completely charged. We haven't had to do a recharge on that, even in the part shade. So I have an idea, and I want to take you guys with me. Good morning. I cannot believe this just happened. I can believe it, but I can't believe it. So a few days ago, I looked down at my ring in the morning. I sat down on the chair, looked down, and realized that the center stone of my ring was missing. It was not there. That center stone was passed down from James' grandmother. So I'm looking at the gaping hole. Now this ring I have on, this I inherited from my grandmother. So if you see me with this for a few videos, it's not because James and I are fine. We did not spend our savings on a ring, but I'm wearing this because I have to get the other one fixed. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to be reactive. We're not going to do catastrophic thinking. I am going to go right to prayer. And I am going to pray that God would give me eyes to see if I am meant to find it. So that was about 3 days ago. And yesterday evening, I was just in the kitchen talking to James, and I turned around to go in the living room and turned back to go into the kitchen, and a little shine caught my eye, and it was there. Now, mind you, I had swept the entire floor. 2 days before, I had picked through the pieces of dust and hair. That was right by the dog's food bowl. I had fed them multiple times, and it was just there. So praise the Lord. This little diamond in a whole big world. My hands had been thousands of places, and it was there. So James is home today. So what I'm going to do is drop him off at the gym, and then I'm gonna head to my parents' house to do my little plan. So quick story time. If you're not new here, you'll know that we lost my little brother about 4 years ago. In 2021, he passed away. And before he passed away, my brother started an organization. He wanted to do community events. He wanted to go into the schools and talk to the young people in a really different way than they've been spoken to before about the opioid epidemic. They took on the organization, and they've tried to do with it what he wanted.
Oh, where are you going? I'm sorry.
It's okay. So, hi. I was telling them you're home today.
I'm home.
I was saying, so my parents have done, you may leave if you want to. You are dismissed.
I need my coffee.
You are dismissed. Okay.
I enjoy my coffee, but
So, all right,
carry
just
on.
My parents have done multiple of the community events, which are big events to plan. After today, they are going to be taking a little break to take care of themselves and hopefully enjoy the spring and the summer. I want to make some lunch for them so they have lunch when they get home. I want to grab a couple plants from my dad's garden, maybe some flowers for my mom, and I want to drop off the bird feeder, the bird fee. So all calming things that hopefully bring some joy and some comfort. And our whole family are bird people, so hopefully they will like that. So that's the plan. We're in on it together. After I have my tea and he has his coffee, and then I will not look like this. I will get dressed and then we will head out. So here we go. Hey Luna. I have 45 minutes. Okay. It's a pretty girl. It's a pretty girl. And Luna, we don't have a lot of time. We gotta pull this off for Mom, okay? This one came with these accessories. It attracts more bird species. It helps to reduce seed waste and deal with the squirrels. And this happens to be squirrel country out here. This is the beauty right out of the box. And then there's the camera, which takes the beautiful 1080p video. And then of course the solar panel to run the camera and make everything easier. I think I'm gonna add some chives to the lunch that I'm gonna make them. That's what the accessory kit's for, so you can't eat all the seeds. Some herbs that can be replanted in the garden, some sage and some parsley. My brother's name was Jackson, so I got some of these chips, seed oil free. I'm big on presentation. I got that from my mom, so a little bit extra, but that's okay. So I got some Italian chicken sausage because it's easy. So I'm going to cut this up and cook this with some onions and some peppers and some of the chives from the garden. And then I'm going to dice up some tomatoes to add to that. And then I got some mozzarella to melt on that. And I'll add some olive oil, some herbs, and some seasonings. And I think we're good. I think we're okay on time. And then I have to go pick up James from the gym. It is quite humid today. I think we're gonna get some thunderstorms later, and the air is very warm and humid for early May, but it's gonna cool back down after we get some storms that come through and some rain. The azaleas have bloomed, and then I have this insane coral red color of azalea down by the mailbox. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm just waiting for my dad to come pick me up. He said he was excited about the herbs for the garden and the bird feeder, so I'm excited to see. But beautiful May, beautiful, beautiful May. I always say May is the October of the spring with all the colors. It's so good. Flowers. Nice. And as they peck at it, like that,
yes. Mm-hmm.
It kind of spills out, which is nice. I want to know too, because we just got those for the first time.
This is supposed to have an AI thing now where it'll actually identify the bird.
Yeah, the ones with the AI technology will tell you what the bird is, which is really nice.
There, out front.
Yeah.
I just
It's good because you'll also probably be able to see the birds, like from the kitchen window, the birds flying.
On the patio.
My mom likes it off camera, but she likes it.
I love it.
So I guess it is the American goldfinch.
American goldfinch.
They're so pretty.
I don't know. We just saw it for the first time this year. I think. I don't remember it
We don't either.
in the other years.
We do not either.
It's a nuthatch. Yeah. Blue jays.
Yeah.
We had cardinals. And then we have the
Yeah. Well, we had cardinals that had a nest last year, and now we have more cardinals than we've had before. Chickens are gonna be very happy. Now we can be one big crazy bird watching family. The family that bird watches together stays together. Something like that. So the thing is that the modern world is the chronic illness. There are many things that are obvious that will affect our nervous system. Things like multiple major life events, loss, prolonged abuse, any type of trauma. Those are the obvious things. And then there's the less obvious things. There's the daily habits. There's the lifestyle. The body has something called the gut-brain axis. So you may have heard the gut referred to as the second brain. And there is this whole system of communication that goes from your brain to your gut and then vice versa. So it's not just your brain sending signals to your gut. The gut then sends them back to your brain, and it's communicating like that all day long. So diet and lack of nutrients, all of that can have a profound effect on your nervous system, and a lot of people don't realize that. The majority of people today are mineral deficient, and particularly magnesium. So the soil in our world used to be really rich in minerals, and unfortunately, because of modern agricultural practices, it is not anymore. And so the majority of people are now deficient in a lot of minerals. Also our food, the way that our food has been developed, the food is also lacking in essential nutrients that it used to have 100 years ago. And so there's this vicious cycle where most people are depleted in nutrients and minerals. And on top of that, the majority of people today, especially in the West, are eating things that the body does not recognize as food. So the gut is sending all these signals to the brain, and then the brain is sending signals to the gut. And over the course of time, this puts tremendous stress on the body. And those are some of the subtle ways, the diet that we eat on a daily basis and the amount of nutrients we get, that is a subtle way on a daily basis to develop nervous system dysfunction and dysregulation. And that's why I say in my Glow Up Reset Challenge and in my Healing Era course, it's about counting nutrients and not calories. When we're counting nutrients and we're only eating things that the body recognizes as food, we don't really need to worry about counting things like calories. I just started developing more and more symptoms over time. I've talked about this before, but I would have just this constant twitching of my eye. My body would feel like it was vibrating when I laid down to go to sleep. I really want to emphasize the fact that there are major life things that happen that you can't control. There are some things that you can begin to take steps to maybe get yourself out of situations or get the kind of proper assistance for situations, but it's more those daily habits that we do have control over that we need to begin to think about. And just quickly, that's why I created the 30-day Glow Up Reset Challenge, because I wanted to give people something that they could just try for 30 days. No starving, no harsh detoxes, no shenanigans, and giving support. So each of the 30 days, there's a daily video encouragement in there from me, and it's 30 days of beginning to shift habits so that the body can begin to regulate itself, and you can get those little wins along the way in just 30 days. So if somebody's had issues in the past with committing, with feeling overwhelmed, by shifting the lifestyle. So that is out there. A lot of people are really enjoying it. I will have the links for you in the description box, and I really hope to see some of you over there. Also, really quick, you guys, for soul healing purposes, this is just my announcement. My book is out. I can't believe it. Books are a labor of love. They take time, and the book is out. It is now available on Amazon. Becoming God's daughter, living an identity healing daughterhood and calling. This is my love letter to you. Getting into good habits of communicating with the Creator and learning the Word of God and realizing that you are a layered being and you need physical healing, yes, but there's so much going on behind that. You are a complex being, and so it's not as simple as pop a pill or learn this one technique. Bless you, sweetheart. You gonna go take a nap? That the body and the brain and the mind and the being is designed to restore. It's designed to heal and to restore. I mean that with all of my heart. Am I 100% in all of these categories? No, I am not. Have I seen miraculous, tremendous healing that I never thought was possible? Yes, I have. The modern world is not designed to regulate your nervous system. I talked about this a little bit in my video, The War on Beauty, about how a lot of the way that things are designed today, it almost feels intentional to suppress the human spirit. And so we have to be able to do little things in our daily life, in our mind and our body and our spirit. We have to be able to do that to take some power back, because we can't control everything in the environment around us. And to not always be focused on the things you can't control, and to begin to realign your focus and shift your focus to the things that you can control. I just want to thank you so much, friend, for taking the time to be here with me for this video. I hope that this video was helpful to you in some way and encouraging to you in some way. I would love if you left a comment below. It really helps the videos. You like them. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this, I would love to have you subscribe so that we can visit again. I appreciate all of you so much, and Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you, beautiful and precious souls, right here on the next one. Bye, friends.